Assuming the painter didn't die in 1945, why did the Americans allow him to exist? Why would the Americans allow the painter to exist? Well, the painter, if he did exist, he would have not, if he did continue existing. Let's say hypothetically the painter did not die in 45, and maybe hypothetically he went and settled down in South America, perhaps somewhere. Adolf Eichmann was found in Argentina, yes. Apparently, Mengele was also found in Argentina, but he was never captured by the Israelis. So maybe many of these ex-Nazis had settled in South America, maybe Argentina. And hypothetically, if the painter had also settled there, why would the Americans allow him to exist? Well, hypothetically, if this was true, the painter would not have posed any more threat to the US. And maybe, so first of all, he didn't pose any threat. When Genghis Khan decided that he will not cross the Indus River in pursuit of Jalaluddin in 1221 or wherever it was, 1220, 1221 AD, it's because Jalaluddin had lost his army. Genghis Khan had destroyed his army, and Jalaluddin no longer posed a threat. So let him go into India. Let him go to Delhi and seek refuge in Iltutmish's court. He no longer poses a threat. He's no longer significant, so let him go. That was Genghis Khan's logic. So maybe the Americans may have employed a similar logic if the painter hypothetically had settled in South America. Maybe that's one hypothetical reason why the Americans may have allowed him to exist. Maybe could he provide some services to them like some of the Nazis did? Because some Nazis were elevated to very high positions by the Americans. NATO chief of staff. What was his name? NATO commander Nazi. Who was that? Adolf Heusinger. Right? There we have this guy. So what was his NATO designation? NATO chief of staff. Yeah. So the Americans were okay with Nazis as long as they were useful. And maybe the painter may not have been useful, but maybe he did not pose any threat. It's only speculation, can't really say.